If your car suddenly feels like it's revving higher and higher but barely moving forward, like the engine is working but the wheels just aren't responding the way they should, you need to watch this video before anything else. Because that small delay you're feeling, that little flare in RPM, that soft jerk when accelerating at low speeds, could be the earliest warning sign of a transmission that's about to fail. And the difference between catching it early and ignoring it can literally mean the difference between a few $100s and a full replacement that costs thousands. Most drivers miss it. At first, it feels minor. Maybe the RPM jumps from 2,000 to 3,500 before the gear finally grabs. Maybe there's a hesitation when shifting. Maybe it feels worse when the car is cold in the morning, but it improves after 10 minutes, so you convince yourself it's nothing. But here's the truth. Transmissions do not fix themselves. When slipping starts, something inside is losing its ability to hold pressure or maintain grip. And once friction material begins to wear, the clock is ticking. Now here's where it gets dangerous. Not every slipping sensation is actually an internal transmission failure. Sometimes it's fluid. Sometimes it's a torque converter. Sometimes it's something completely different that gets misdiagnosed. And that's how people replace entire transmissions they didn't need to replace. So what actually causes transmission slipping? Why does it happen when accelerating? Why does it often feel worse when cold? And most importantly, how do you tell the difference between a simple fluid issue and a transmission that's already on borrowed time? Let's break this down fully. First, you need to understand what transmission slipping actually is. In simple terms, transmission slipping happens when your engine increases RPM, but the transmission fails to transfer that power efficiently to the wheels. Instead of a firm engagement between gears or pulleys, something inside is failing to hold pressure, maintain grip, or apply the correct hydraulic force. The result is that disconnected feeling. The engine revs, the vehicle hesitates, you may feel a jerk. Sometimes you hear a whining sound. Sometimes you smell burnt transmission fluid. What does a slipping transmission feel like? Most drivers describe it as a surge in RPM without corresponding speed. You press the accelerator, the engine jumps from 2,000 to 3,500 RPM, but the car barely accelerates. Others notice delayed shifting, especially in automatic transmissions. You feel a pause between gears, sometimes followed by a hard engagement or jerk. In more advanced cases, you might hear a transmission noise when accelerating or even a grinding noise when shifting. Now let's talk about what causes transmission slipping. The most common cause is low transmission fluid. Automatic transmissions rely on hydraulic pressure to engage gears. If the fluid level is low, the internal clutches and bands can't apply enough pressure to hold properly. That's when you get slipping. Fluid can drop due to leaks at the transmission pan gasket, cooler lines, or input/output shaft seals. Even a slow leak over time can cause problems. But fluid level isn't the only issue. Transmission fluid condition is just as important. If the fluid is old, contaminated, or burnt, it loses its ability to maintain proper hydraulic pressure and lubrication. Burnt transmission fluid usually has a dark color and a strong, sharp smell. If you notice that smell after accelerating hard or climbing hills, that's a warning sign. Changing the transmission fluid and filter in early stages can sometimes fix slipping if internal damage hasn't already occurred. Next, we have worn clutch packs. Inside an automatic transmission, multiple clutch packs engage and disengage to change gears. Over time, these friction materials wear down. When they become too thin, they can't hold properly. That leads to slipping when accelerating, especially under load. This is common in high-mileage vehicles and can show up as delayed shifting automatic transmission problems. Transmission bands are another internal component that can cause slipping. Bands help hold certain gears in place. If a band is worn or misadjusted, the gear may not engage fully, causing slipping or jerking when accelerating. Now let's talk about torque converter slipping. The torque converter connects the engine to the transmission. Inside it, fluid dynamics transfer power. If the torque converter clutch fails or the internal stator malfunctions, you may feel slipping at highway speeds or when the lockup clutch engages. This can also cause shuddering or vibration. If your transmission slipping happens when cold, that often points to fluid viscosity issues or worn internal seals. Cold fluid is thicker. If internal seals are worn, hydraulic pressure may not build properly until the transmission warms up. Many drivers notice the transmission slipping when cold, which improves slightly after driving for 10 to 15 minutes. That's not a fix, that's just a warning. Now here's where things change, because not every slipping transmission uses traditional gears. If you drive a vehicle with a CVT, the mechanics behind slipping feel different, and the failure pattern is not the same as a conventional automatic. That's why so many CVT owners get confused when they try to diagnose slipping using old-school transmission logic. CVT transmission slipping is slightly different. Continuously variable transmissions don't use traditional gears. They use belts or chains running between variable pulleys. If the belt stretches or the pulleys wear, you'll feel a rubber band effect where RPM climbs, but speed doesn't increase smoothly. CVT transmission slipping when accelerating is common in certain models, especially when fluid maintenance has been neglected. In some cases, changing CVT transmission fluid can improve performance, but if the belt or pulleys are worn, replacement may be necessary. Manual transmission slipping has its own cause. In manuals, slipping almost always points to a worn clutch disc. If you accelerate and the RPM rises without a proportional increase in speed, especially in higher gears, the clutch is likely worn out. You might also notice a burnt smell. Delayed shifting is another symptom drivers associate with slipping. This can happen due to low fluid, worn valve bodies, clogged filters, or failing solenoids. If your car jerks when accelerating at low speeds and shifts feel unpredictable, the transmission may be struggling to maintain hydraulic pressure. Now let's address transmission noise when accelerating. A whining noise may indicate a failing pump or torque converter. A grinding noise could point to internal gear damage. A clicking noise when accelerating might be related to mounts or drivetrain components, not necessarily the transmission itself. Transmission mount noise when accelerating can mimic internal slipping, so diagnosis matters. One of the biggest mistakes drivers make is confusing tire slipping when accelerating with transmission slipping. If your tires spin on wet pavement, that's traction loss, not transmission failure. True transmission slipping happens even on dry roads under normal acceleration. Truck transmission slipping often occurs under heavy load, such as towing. Excessive heat is a major cause. Heat breaks down fluid quickly. That's why trucks used for towing should have transmission coolers and regular fluid changes. Certain models are more commonly searched, and if you are one of those who search for vehicle models like Ford Escape transmission slipping, Ford Fusion transmission slipping, Chevy Equinox transmission slipping, Nissan Frontier transmission slipping, Nissan Altima slipping, Tahoe transmission slipping, and older Honda Accord transmission slipping issues, then in most of these cases, the root cause still traces back to fluid degradation, worn clutch packs, valve body issues, or torque converter failure, especially for these brands and models. Now let's talk about quick fixes. Transmission slipping quick fix searches are popular because people want affordable solutions. If slipping is caused by low fluid, topping off the correct manufacturer-specified fluid may help. If the fluid is dirty but not burnt, changing transmission fluid and filter may restore proper operation. However, if clutch packs are already worn, a fluid change won't reverse mechanical damage. What about additives? Many people search for the best additive for slipping transmission. Some additives can temporarily improve friction characteristics and swell seals slightly, reducing minor slipping. But they are not permanent solutions. They may buy time. They do not rebuild worn clutch packs. How much does transmission slipping repair cost? Minor repairs, like fluid and filter change, may cost a few $100s. Valve body repairs can range higher. Full transmission rebuild or replacement can cost several $1,000s. Nissan CVT transmission replacement costs are often higher due to design complexity. For instance, for a simple transmission fluid change, the first thing most mechanics check usually runs around $80 to $250 and can sometimes stop minor slipping if the fluid was low or degraded. A more thorough transmission fluid flush with a full fluid and filter replacement typically costs $150 to $400. If the slipping is caused by a faulty solenoid, sensor, or small internal part, that repair usually runs around $300 to $700 in parts and labor. When the issue is deeper, such as worn clutches, valve body problems, or torque converter failure, mid-range repairs can fall between approximately $800 and $2,500. Major internal repairs, transmission rebuilds, or heavy component replacements often cost anywhere from $1,500 up to $3,500 or more, depending on the vehicle make and model. And if the transmission has failed completely and needs a rebuild or full replacement, many shops charge in the range of $2,500 up to $6,000 plus, with some full remanufactured units, especially on modern automatic or CVT vehicles, pushing toward the higher end of that range. Bottom line, catching slipping early can save you from spending thousands over time. That's why early diagnosis matters. Can you fix a slipping transmission yourself? It depends. Checking and replacing fluid is doable for many drivers. Replacing a manual clutch requires mechanical skill. Rebuilding an automatic transmission requires specialized tools and knowledge. Transmission failure while driving is the worst-case scenario. If slipping progresses, the vehicle may lose drive completely. That can leave you stranded. So, how do you diagnose slipping properly before it fails? Start by checking fluid level and condition. If your vehicle has a dipstick, inspect it with the engine warm and running. Look for low level, dark color, or burnt smell. If there's no dipstick, many modern vehicles require checking fluid from underneath at specific temperatures. Next, pay attention to when the slipping occurs. Only when cold? Only when hot? Only during hard acceleration? Does it happen in all gears or just one? Does it improve after a fluid change? If you hear transmission grinding noise when accelerating, that may indicate internal damage rather than fluid issues. If you feel a transmission jerk when accelerating, combined with delayed engagement when shifting from park to drive, that may suggest internal clutch wear. Sometimes the problem isn't internal at all. Engine misfires can mimic transmission slipping. If RPM fluctuates erratically without true gear disengagement, it could be ignition-related. That's why proper diagnosis is critical. If your vehicle has a CVT transmission slipping issue, especially when accelerating, make sure the correct CVT fluid is used. CVTs are extremely sensitive to fluid type. And if you're driving a Honda, Nissan, Ford, Chevy, or Toyota with high mileage, staying on top of transmission fluid change intervals is critical. Honda transmission slipping problems are often tied to maintenance neglect. Nissan Altima's CVT slipping issues are often related to heat and fluid breakdown. Ultimately, what causes transmission slipping comes down to one core issue: loss of proper engagement. Whether that's hydraulic pressure loss, friction material wear, torque converter malfunction, or belt/pulley wear in CVTs, the principle is the same. The transmission can't hold power the way it should. The key to fixing it before it fails is acting early. If you notice slipping when accelerating, jerking at low speeds, delayed shifting, burnt fluid smell, or unusual transmission noise when shifting, don't ignore it. Early fluid service can sometimes prevent major failure. Waiting almost guarantees a higher cost. Transmission slipping is not something that fixes itself, but it's also not always a death sentence. Diagnosis determines everything. And the difference between a $300 service and a $4,000 replacement often comes down to how quickly you respond to those early warning signs. There's one more important distinction that separates smart diagnosis from expensive guesswork. Not every slipping sensation is internal transmission failure. For example, if your car jerks when accelerating at low speeds but the RPM does not flare upward, that may not be slipping at all. That could be a failing transmission mount, a worn CV joint, or even a throttle control issue. True transmission slipping almost always involves RPM rising without matching acceleration. That's the key sign. If the tachometer climbs but the vehicle barely moves, you're dealing with loss of engagement inside the transmission. Now let's talk about slipping under load versus slipping during normal driving. If your transmission slips only during heavy acceleration, like merging onto the highway or climbing a hill, that often points to worn clutch packs or torque converter issues. Under heavy load, internal pressure must increase to hold gears firmly. If the clutches are worn or hydraulic pressure is weak, that's when slipping becomes noticeable. If it slips during light driving at low speeds, that may indicate valve body problems or pressure regulation issues. The valve body controls hydraulic flow inside the transmission. If it sticks or becomes worn, pressure may not build properly during gear changes, causing delayed shifting, automatic transmission problems. Now let's address slipping when cold more deeply. Transmission slipping when cold is one of the most searched symptoms for a reason. Cold fluid is thicker. If internal seals inside the transmission are worn, cold fluid may not flow efficiently through tiny hydraulic passages. That leads to delayed engagement when shifting from park to drive or reverse. You might press the gas, feel nothing for a second, then suddenly the gear grabs. That delay is not normal. It's often the first warning sign that internal wear has begun. As the transmission warms up, fluid thins and pressure improves slightly, masking the issue temporarily. That's why many drivers ignore it, but cold slipping is often the earliest stage of failure. Now, moving on, let's talk about transmission slipping sounds. A whining noise when accelerating can indicate pump problems or torque converter wear. A grinding noise when accelerating is more serious and can point to internal gear damage. A humming noise at certain speeds may be bearing related. If the slipping is accompanied by loud grinding or banging, that's no longer a fluid issue. That's internal damage. And if you ever experience total loss of drive while the vehicle is moving, that's full transmission failure. That's when clutches have completely burned out or internal components have failed catastrophically. So, how do you prevent slipping from ever reaching that stage? First, follow transmission fluid change intervals. Many manufacturers claim lifetime fluid, but in reality, heat breaks down fluid over time, especially if you drive in stop-and-go traffic, tow loads, or live in hot climates. Fresh fluid maintains proper hydraulic pressure and lubrication. Second, avoid aggressive driving habits when the vehicle is cold. Give the transmission time to warm up before heavy acceleration. Third, address leaks immediately. Even small leaks can gradually reduce fluid level enough to cause slipping. Fourth, don't ignore early warning signs. Delayed shifting, jerking when accelerating, or a burnt fluid smell are not normal aging symptoms. They are mechanical warnings. And finally, never ignore overheating. Excessive heat is the #1 killer of automatic transmissions and CVTs. If you tow regularly, consider adding a transmission cooler. At the end of the day, transmission slipping is not random. It's a symptom of pressure loss, friction loss, or mechanical wear. The earlier you recognize it, the more options you have. Wait too long, and your only option may be rebuild or replacement. So if your transmission is slipping when accelerating, making noise, jerking at low speeds, or shifting late, don't panic. Start with fluid inspection. Diagnose the pattern. Act early. That's how you fix it before it fails. Now here's something important. If you're wondering whether your transmission is truly failing or if it's just a torque converter problem, that's a completely different breakdown, and it's one of the most misdiagnosed transmission issues out there. The difference between torque converter slipping and internal clutch failure can literally mean thousands of dollars. That's exactly what the next video on this channel covers. In that video, you'll see how to tell if it's your torque converter, valve body, or full transmission failure, and how to avoid replacing the entire transmission when you don't have to. So if this guide helped you understand what transmission slipping really means, go ahead and like this video so more drivers can find it before they make an expensive mistake. Subscribe to the channel and share this with someone who's been dealing with jerking, delayed shifting, or slipping transmission when accelerating. It could save them thousands. Now, before you go, check out our next video here on torque converter failure versus full transmission failure. Because before you replace a transmission, you need to know which one you're actually dealing with.